Parents ask, what's the right time to start my child using the toilet? And what is the best technique for helping a child use the toilet in a way that will not scar the child emotionally? This is a tough issue to accept because the fact is, in developing countries, you do not start toilet training until age 3. Now, yes, there will be about 8% of children, and it's usually more common in little girls than little boys, that on their own, if they've seen mama use the toilet or baba use the toilet or jedo or tete use the toilet, they just, oh, okay, I can do that. I want to be just like jedo or tete. I want to be just like mama or baba. And so a small percentage of children without any emotional scars will, on their own, start using the toilet earlier than age 3. But the fact is 51% of the human population don't have sphincter control to be able to do this without a lot of emotional stress prior to age 3. This is why, in spite of family traditions, in spite of what you think is correct, the fact is you should not ever force a child to use the toilet. Rather, one, be a role model for the toilet. What does that mean? Well, that means instead of the privacy thing of closing the door when you use the bathroom, since it's only the family that's home anyway, have an open door policy for the restroom so that when you're in the restroom and the child happens to be walking by, toddling by because they're 1 or 2 years old, oh, that's what mommy's doing. Oh, that's what baba's doing. Oh, that's what tete's doing. And then little by little, shui shui, they will want to practice doing the same thing. Now, this is very important to understand. Little girls have sphincter control sooner than little boys because, as I've mentioned in a previous video, there are more synaptic connections between the two hemispheres of the brain in the female brain than in the male brain. And so typically little girls can grasp the concept of toileting and speaking and even doing mathematics faster than little boys can. However, that does not mean that you should absolutely never push children to use the toilet, or you can cause them psychological scarring that will last their entire life. So, step 1 needs to be a role model for a natural process that Allah had the human body do. We just eat food, drink water, and it comes out. Why does it even come out? Why do we even use the toilet? Because the digestive system is absorbing the nutrients that are in the food. The water that we drink, the kidneys are taking that water and helping provide hydration for all the cells in the body. So it's a natural process to use the toilet, and we should never push it, but rather be role models for the process. And when a child is developmentally ready, and for most children, and when I say most, I mean 51%, a simple majority of the population do not have sphincter control until age 3. And if you push a child sooner than they're ready, then they will grow up with obsessive compulsive tendencies. So it is unwise to condition them to use the toilet prior to the time that they, on their own, feel comfortable using the toilet. Now, there's one little tidbit I have to add. There are some children who are, due to intellectual disability, not going to learn to use the toilet until much later, because sphincter control in a child with an intellectual disability doesn't happen at age 3. So, especially if you have a child who has a developmental disability that happens to be in the category called intellectual disability, you need to seek professional help for guidance on how to utilize the toileting facility in a way that will not provide emotional scarring on top of the child's already diminished intellectual ability. Thank you for listening.
مرحبا ماما، محتارة كيف بدك تبلشي مع ابنك بمراحل الكتابة؟ رح أعطيكي بعض الخطوات والنصائح، بتمنى تسمعيهم للآخر. مراحل الكتابة: تعتبر الكتابة من أهم المهارات التي يجب تعليمها للأطفال، حتى لو كانوا من ذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. يجب علينا أن نعمل على هذه المهارة في سن مبكرة قبل 3 سنوات، حيث نقوم بتدريب الطفل على كتابة اسمه يدنا فوق يده، مع الانتباه إلى عدم إجبار الطفل على مسك القلم بيد محددة. المرحلة الأولى: الرسم العشوائي، الشخبطة. بداية يجب ترك الحرية للطفل باختيار اليد التي سيمسك بها القلم وبالطريقة التي يرغب بها. ممكن أن تكون بالقبضة، وهنا يبدأ برسم علامات عشوائية على الورق. وفي هذه المرحلة يقوم الطفل باكتشاف أدوات الكتابة. وفي المرحلة الثانية: الرسم المتحكم به. هنا يبدأ الطفل برسم مجموعة من الدوائر المتصلة أو الخطوط المتعرجة المتصلة مع بعضها البعض، بعد أن تطور التناسق البصري الحركي لديه. المرحلة الثالثة: الرسم المقصود. هنا يبدأ الطفل برسم شيء معين بشكل واضح، كأن يرسم دائرة مغلقة واحدة أو كتابة أشباه الحروف. في المرحلة الرابعة: الكتابة. وهنا يبدأ الطفل بكتابة اسمه، ويمكنه نسخ رسوم أو حروف أو خطوط بشكل جيد.